Right, hello everyone, welcome to the weekly forecast. If you're new, go check out the links in the video description. If you're coming back from previous weeks, then let's get on with it. So last week, where was we? Was here, and this is just a quick recap of what we had. So this bullish move happened in the Asian session. Some people got that after collecting this liquidity. Nice move up. Price came down to here. Here we got this nice sell from this manipulation area down to take liquidity. We did take a buy down here, but I closed out a break even as it was moving up during the Asian session and London session. But we can see how we got that impulse move up. Then we got this nice big bullish move from here on Friday to finish the week. We also got this move up from here too, but that was an early start. So finishing the week with that nice big bullish move. So let's go to the higher time frame, and we're just going to go over everything so you're clear and understood for the week ahead. So this is what I look at. We're looking at manipulation and liquidity on the charts, and then we're just looking at those to give us structure on what price is doing. So I'm going to go over all those confirmations now. So on the monthly time frame, you can clearly see we're in a bullish market. Price is going sideways, and if we get a breakout to the upside, then it is a strong continuation towards the upside to clear a new all-time high. So that's what we're seeing on the monthly, weekly. This is when you get a bit more structure. So this is that area of consolidation. So we got a liquidity candle here. This is your fake out. That's your impulse move up. So this is your new bullish support. That got retested here. And that is a valid retest for more buys. It leaves behind a clear doji candle. So liquidity left at 3,500. Price pushes up, and then we get the sideways movement. And now we're hoping for that continuation towards the upside because we're coming to the end of this consolidation. So we have a potential big bullish move from now to clear 3,500, especially as we got that move on Friday. There's not really much to go over on the weekly time frame. Most of it is pointing to the upside and showing bullish support. Now on the the daily time frame. So this is the retest back here. This was what I just explained on the weekly time frame. That is the push up, which makes a new breaker here. There is also a daily manipulation candle towards the upside at that breaker. So that's why this area is holding up as bullish support. Retested twice. Price pushed up. Last liquidity grab here. And that's why that is an impulse move up, followed by retracement. And now we're looking for that continuation towards the upside because of the momentum. This is the valid retest here. Last liquidity grab. And now we're retesting the middle of this consolidation area, which is how price ends a consolidation. It normally retests the middle of that consolidation. And if you zoom in within this area, you can see manipulation candles all running all the way along there. And at the end, you can see, zoom in a bit, we have two here. So this is your liquidity candle. That's your fake out. That's your impulse move up. Then on Thursday, we create more liquidity. Another fake out down to retest the previous bullish manipulation candle. And then we got volume towards the upside. So this is a double bullish manipulation candle setup, retesting the middle of the big consolidation area, which is here. So that validates an end to a consolidation. And you also have the breaker here. So this is following the manipulation pattern, which is consolidation, fake out, impulse move up, retrace to the breaker, and now we're looking for that continuation up to go above this high next. So that is on the daily time frame. Over the next few days, you can expect a continuation up to clear this high here. So that would be a simple impulse, retrace, continuation. Now, if at any time we're staying on the daily time frame for a minute. If at any time price comes all the way down and we start to break this low, so let's say price starts to break 3,320, then that is given an even stronger confirmation that this very good, very high probability bullish setup is no longer valid. And because a very high probability setup has failed, it means price is then very weak and will be targeting this low and this low here. So you switch your bias from a high probability bullish setup to a high probability bearish setup. So it's just building up the manipulation within the candles. But we'll go over that if things turn south through the week. At the moment, we are focusing on the bullish direction. We're seeing good bullish momentum and everything is giving good upwards confirmation. Now we go down to the 4 hour. So here we are. This is what we're dealing with. This is all liquidity, and this bullish move up on Friday has taken the high here and moved us back to the breaker area, which you can see here in grey. So it's taken all of this liquidity. If I just move that along there, so all of that has been collected. So if you're going to get a retracement next, then it will be from this area, and it will look like that. So it will be retesting a bullish support area, which when you zoom in, you now have your consolidation, your fake out, your impulse move up, which is your breaker structure, retrace to a bullish support, and then another impulse move up. So this area then becomes your bullish support area. So you'd have an area running along there, and that would be on the 4 hour, and that would be the first area that you would look for bullish support. Nice and simple. These previous highs, you look for the manipulation candles in there, and they will be used as bullish support towards the upside. If we go to the 15-minute time frame, 30-minute time frame, you can see how that was used here. This is your manipulation candle. Price retraced all the way back to it. We took liquidity, and then you got that impulse move towards the upside. So it's the same thing, but on a different time frame. Right, what's next? So next scenario, if we don't get that retracement, so if what I showed earlier is this on the daily time frame is the end of the consolidation. It's already retested the middle of this consolidation and the breaker and showed very strong bullish manipulation confirmations, which means this is an impulse move towards the upside. It is a breakout from a consolidation, so the momentum is going to be high, which means there may not be a retracement. So when we go down to the smaller time frame here, you may just get a consolidation sideways for a little bit, just to build up that liquidity, to trap the retail traders into selling, thinking it's going to be a retracement, when in fact they're just building up liquidity, they're building up fuel to continue towards the upside. So when you get a consolidation in this area, see that as a bullish confirmation, and they are just buying some time to continue the upwards trend because the bullish momentum is too strong. Now I know a lot of people will be targeting this gap down here, but this gap we don't focus on because of the market structure here. This is a high manipulated area, and it is the start of an impulse phase. So this little gap here is not a great big confirmation, and it's not an area to target unless you get good bearish confirmations in this area. So I know a lot of people will be targeting that gap. So this is what we're looking for. This is the weekly forecast for the week. Nice and simple. If we get a retracement, then that's good. We'll be loading up on more buy orders from around this area here. which is around 3,350. That's the start of this consolidation, which caused the upwards movement. If we get a consolidation sideways, then that is a bullish confirmation for a continuation towards the upside without a retracement. That's my forecast. If this area starts to break, so say we get a downwards move and this area starts to break, then price turns very bearish and we are not targeting the all-time high anytime soon. So let me just put that on the chart so it's all in one. So let's say that starts to break, and then that will confirm a continuation down to target previous lows, which are over here. So that is the weekly forecast all summed up in one image. Message me if you've got any questions. All my links are in the video description. Take care. Have a good day. Hopefully all of that made sense and it's quite simple to follow on the chart. Good luck. Hopefully you make profit, and goodbye.